We've conquered all of Europe. We're never gonna stop. Just bear with me, people. Bear with me. Get on the chat, man. Get on. Gonna stop. Paris down to Turkey. We wonder if in love. Yes, I'm still wearing my medal. Ain't gonna stop anytime soon. I'll be going still. Big up, everybody. Big up, big up, big up. Yeah, we're gonna watch some rivals today. I did promise it yesterday, as I remember. Uh, I was doing a preview show, about the Chelsea game. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it back. It was brilliant. So today we're gonna obviously, as it says on the pictures of the thumbnail, we're gonna talk about the rivals, the haters, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna watch the streams and check it out for ourselves. But by the way, we are champions. We are champions. Just to let you know, we are champions. We are champions. Yeah. If you don't know, now you know. 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 There you go. Yeah. So we're gonna have a bit of fun today. We're gonna have a bit of fun. Just watch the rivals, see what they're saying. They're everyone on the picture. I might be missing a couple, but you know how it is. You know how it goes. So let's start off. Let's start sharing first. Let me see which one is the one. Let me watch. Who was it? Football Terrace. Let's watch Football Terrace. Goldbridge and obviously Terry. Let's watch them and see what they're saying after Liverpool's, championship win. Championship win. Thank you very much. I got my water, people. Yeah. So let's watch this one first, and then we'll look at the other ones. Let's go, Mister. Let's go. The screen is down below. Where is it? Right there. There. So I've got everything for you guys. The table, the chat, all that good stuff. So it's gonna be very good. I don't know what's going on my chat on the side, but I'll try to fix it as we go along. Let's go.
We obviously saw Liverpool crowned as champions of England, which I know, I assume was very painful for you in the same way. This article's come out from Jamie Carragher saying, move over, Sir Alex. There's no denying Liverpool are England's greatest club. There's been a lot of mentions, whether it be from the mainstream media, ex-players like Jamie Carragher on social media, a lot of mentions of Sir Alex Ferguson after this. Feels a bit weird to bring the man who won 13 league titles into this, like his records have been beaten.
Knobhead. That's just what I feel like. Knobhead. I mean, I'd say it to his face. I mean, at the end of the day, right, when Man United won the treble in 1999, I was living in Ireland, amazing night, 3:00 in the morning, 3 of us left, bottle of whiskey, on the beach, cigars. Okay. At no point did I go, have that, Liverpool. They weren't in my head. Like, they just weren't in my head. And we have an amazing rivalry with Liverpool that, unfortunately, throughout my whole life has never married up. The best rivalry I ever saw was Arsenal in the late 90s, and it was amazing between Wenger and Sir Alex. I've never had the fortune of seeing Liverpool and Man United match up for even 2 years. We've just always been like ships crossing in the night. We never dock in the same port. And we are a huge rivalry. But to go after Sir Alex or mention Sir Alex or this, that, and the other. Look, when we were winning all those times.
Listen, it's a banter, isn't it? It's a banter. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why they're like calling people knobheads and all that stuff. It is what it is. When you beat your rivals to not beat them, but it's the same. More Champions Leagues, as they say. But it's part and parcel of football. That's what happens. Like you just have to take it. You have to take it. It's called a banter, and you're calling people knobheads. That's not the way to go forward, is it? Really, it's just like bitterness, isn't it? All these years they've been like giving us, all sorts of, downgrading Liverpool. Liverpool is not a big club anymore. As I remember, it was 1999. They were saying that when they won the treble. Oh, Liverpool's no longer the biggest club here. They're not even a big club anymore. That's what they said about us. That's how far it goes with these guys. And now, when it's the other way around, calling people knobheads, great. Just great, perfect, just perfect. You know what I mean? But listen, we know the score. We know we're the best club in England. You know, people can say about Man United being the biggest club in the world due to financial reasons, commercial, and all this rubbish. But I'm here for football. I'm here to, talk about what's on the pitch. I don't give a damn about the financial side. It ain't none of my business. They don't pay my money. I'm only here for the football reasons. If I'm the best at the football, that's what's important. You could be the biggest thing, in the world outside that. I don't care. But at the end of the day, what matters the most is that football on the pitch. Whoever is the best at it. And Liverpool are the best in England, the best in UK, in my opinion. Right now. So let them call people knobheads and all this stuff. Be jealous, be bitter. It's okay. It happens, man. You know what I mean? Because you look at your football club, you ain't coming back anytime soon. Yeah, man.
Titles. It was satisfying that Liverpool were shit. And I'm sure it's the same for Liverpool fans as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't really look at Everton's our rival at the moment, not fucking Liverpool. We're awful. And Liverpool have been in that position when we were winning as well. So to talk about the greatest club in English history, I don't actually give a shit. And maybe I'll get to an age when I'm 90, if I'm lucky, and I'll go, we're the greatest club ever. I don't really care. Because Man City have won 8 Premier League titles because they got a rich owner and there were nothing before that. Football is just so transient. It changes so quickly. I respect the rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester United. I respect the fact that Liverpool are the best team in England, and I've adjusted to the fact that we're going to win it from Christmas. But all this greatest club in the world, if that's what gets you excited, Jamie, crack up, knock one out. But for me, it just doesn't really resonate that much. I'm not that interested. We've got our own problems.
This Goldbridge guy, guys. I know a lot of Liverpool fans like him on his other channel, not the United Stand and all that stuff, but his other channel, because he tells the truth. Like he looks like a guy everybody likes. You know what I mean? And he's honest for some reason. I don't know why. I get some people messaging me about him, like he's saying good things about Liverpool. Yeah, they say good things about Liverpool when it suits them. They don't say good things, when they were winning. All we used to get is you guys are crap, and all this stuff. United is the greatest team in the history of English football, and etc. That's all we used to get. Now all of a sudden it's the other way around. They have to be humble. People are just trying to give them credit for that, and it shouldn't happen, in my opinion. I think we should be truthful and tell the truth about them. I think if they were in the other side winning titles right now, they'd be making fun of us, 100%. And the fans that's taking Goldbridge's side because he's being nice to Liverpool Football Club for now, go watch him in the United Stand back in the day. Go watch him, see what he used to say back in the day about Liverpool Football Club. So all this, he says good things. No, allow that, people. Allow that, man. I'm not all about that. I'm about Liverpool Football Club and not trusting the banks. I'm always they are our biggest rivals. We're never gonna stop anytime soon. And if you want to be liking what a Manc wants to say about Liverpool Football Club, it's down to you. But I'm never going to be part of that group. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but keep the comments coming in, guys. I've been trying to get the chat up there, but I don't know what's wrong with my chat on the screen. Yeah, let's carry on.
Listen, I echo that to a degree. I don't like seeing Liverpool win it. It was painful when they did, but I'm very much focused, and maybe it's how I view the world, right? So if I see someone doing well, if I see another YouTuber killing it, my honest thought is always, well done you. Well done you. I'm always very focused on what I'm doing with my businesses, with my family, with my friends. I don't really, I do watch what other people do. Mainly, you get inspiration from it in terms of, wow, look how great you're doing. I remember seeing Kevin Hart. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and Kevin Hart, I didn't know this, has a radio station and like a radio show. And he said that when he walked into Joe's studio and the back behind the scenes stuff, he was going, I'm in awe of all your equipment and the setup. And he said, but I'm not the kind of man that gets jealous about how much better it is than mine. I go, right, I'm going to go away and improve my stuff. And that's kind of how I view the world. So for me, I'm not annoyed that they're doing it. I'm more looking at my own club. How do we respond? How do we get back to challenging as an example? But there is a part of me in the last 24 hours that's been thinking, it's actually interesting now that they've got to 20 and now we're the greatest. We've overtaken you now. But for the last, up until they got number 20, when we had 20 and they had 18, all right, same amount of Champions Leagues. Even they actually had 5 Champions Leagues. When
were they not?
Same amount of Champions Leagues. What are you talking about, bro? You never know it's the same as Liverpool. Relax, man. Relax, man. We had 4 already, man. You only had 1 when Ferguson came. So relax, man. Relax. Same amount of Champions League. You're the same as Nottingham Forest and that, man. You're in that level. You're not level Liverpool. You're not level Bayern Munich. You're not in the level of Barcelona or Real Madrid or anyone like that. AC Milan. Relax, man. Man, we're way ahead of you guys coming out with the same. What? This is what I'm saying, people. These Man United fans, yeah, they're never gracious in anything. They just like to they like to talk about themselves. They want to be number one, and but when someone else is number one, it's not okay. If you know what I mean, it's always like that with them. Listen, accept it for what it is. There's a team that's better than you in this country, and it has been better than you before. You know what I mean? We had 18 titles back in the day. You only had 7. They had to get this bloody this league, done for you or something like that, and just put Liverpool on the back burner. You know what I mean? And forget about Liverpool. It's all about Man United. Sky Sports wanted to promote them, or the FA. Some of them were in the FA board. You know what I mean? It was just all about Man United. That's what it was. That's why they were commercially bigger, because the English league, the Premier League made sure Man United is their club. That's what they've done. And now that's no longer there. They're being bitter about it. When they're saying we're the same as them, we're not the same as them. We never was, we never will be, because it will take them years to get to that level of Real Madrid, Liverpool, etc. Because we've been there. No matter, that's what like when you look at the Champions League, guys. Yeah, no matter what happens, Liverpool always win it some way, somehow. Even with Jimmy Traore at the back in defense, I mean, we still win it because we've got that history and tradition, that fear factor. We go to the likes of Real Madrid's Bernabeu, and when we finish the game, they play "You Never Walk Alone." You don't see them putting glory, Man United or anything like that. When they beat them, they don't do that. So yeah, they need to relax, man. We're not the same as you. We never was. I don't care if I'm bragging that right now. I have to, because I know what they did to us. I was alive when Man United, won their first Premier League title and they won the 13. So, yeah, man, give us our time, man. Give us our time. It's our time. La, 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 la. It's our time. La, 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 la. Let's listen to these idiots, man. Never played football in their life and they're talking like this.
They're not better anyway.
When
they had 19, were they not better?
That was the argument. That was the argument, right? So when we got to number 20 and we had 3 Champions Leagues and they had 5, they still argued that they were greater than we were, right? Now they're saying, now we're greater. So you are confirming that in 2013 we were greater than you. It just always makes me, you can tell, you wouldn't need to have this vitriol if you genuinely were already greater than us, which is fine. You deserve all the plaudits. You've won number 20. You've got 6 Champions Leagues. I'm taking none of it away from you. But it goes to show for the past 13, 14 years that in every single one of those debates, you weren't telling the truth. You were coping. You were projecting, because now you're saying we are. Well, if you already were, right? You already were, then why have you got to say it now? But yeah, I just don't like the Sir Alex Ferguson element of it, because Sir Alex Ferguson came in when Man United had 7 league titles, and I think Liverpool had 16. They won 2 titles whilst he was building the club up in the 80s and one in the 89-90 season. And then Fergie went on to win 13 league titles to their 2 in his tenure. 13 league titles to 2. If there's one person that Jamie Carragher should be leaving out of his mouth, it's the man that in his tenure in that rivalry smashed you 13-2. 13-2. It's ridiculous to bring Sir Alex into it. Go after the Glazers, Jamie. Go after Ineos if you want. Go after our recent managers, players, and captains that have been awful for 13 years. How are you attacking the individual? It's like if Man United won 2 or 3 Champions Leagues, my first thought wouldn't be, fuck you, Paisley. Because Paisley's done it. He's achieved it. It's a weird.
You know what's funny, guys? Yeah, they talk about how bad the Premier League is this season. Well, he used to win it with, someone said it the other day, 72 points. I mean, this is the points they used to reach back in the day, and it's okay. You know, I mean, it's not a bad season. But when Liverpool reach around those points, you know, 82, 83, whatever it is, they start, you know, saying it's the worst league ever. See, this is what I'm saying. They're not consistent in what they say. But listen, Fergie is the greatest Premier League manager of all time. I'm not going to disagree with that. But Bob Paisley, you know, in 9 years has won more European Cups. Let's just put it that way, and more league titles. You know what I mean, in such a short time. If Bob Paisley stayed longer, we don't know what he could have achieved. But in 9 years, when he's winning back-to-back Champions Leagues and, you know, and 6 league titles, that's not a bad thing, is it? That's not a bad thing. And not only that, you know, look how great the teams were back in the day. They used to win European Cups. Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, teams like that were very good. Everton, you could say as well. May not win all that, but, you know, the rest of the teams, they used to compete. That's why there's 2 different leagues. There's the show business league, which we're at not right now, and there's, you know, proper football league, which was the first division back in the day. It was a man's game. It was a proper game. It was like physical. It was, you know, technical at its best as well. Because if you look at the pitches they used to play, they used to play in, it wasn't, you know, the greatest pitches in the world, but, you know, they could control the ball. They could take long range shots. They could do anything with the ball at their feet. So, and, you know, people were at their feet trying to break their legs and all that stuff. So, you know, this carpet style football nowadays, it's different. It's different, man. But yeah, the Premier League was set for Man United. It was never set for Liverpool. Let's just be honest here, guys. We've got to be realistic here. It was for them. They made sure it was for them. They made sure Liverpool would never come back again. And now we have, you know, they just can't take that, you know, superior team to them. That's what it is. We're superior to you, mate. Take it or leave it.
Weird thing to do, a very, very weird thing to do.
I don't think it's resonating with a lot of your chat, which is good. But, you know, there will be people that it does resonate with what Carragher's doing. And basically, I'd put it like this. It's like going to school and Carragher coming up to you and going, my dad's richer than you. And you going, I don't care, Jamie. I don't even know how we're going to pay for dinner tonight. I've got bigger things to worry about. You know, it's absolutely fine if that gets you excited. But even if Man United were the biggest club in the world now, even if I could sit here and say we've won more than Liverpool, it doesn't change the fact we're swimming in the sewers. So it doesn't help me that we're the biggest club in the world, actually. And for Liverpool, I'm not dismissing it. Go and enjoy it. You're the best team in England, and if it makes you the best team in the world, bloody go and enjoy it amongst yourselves. But when you were shit and we were saying we're the biggest team in the world, was that your biggest concern, or was it the fact that you were shit? I, a long time ago, stopped giving a shit about what rivals say about Man United. It just doesn't work. You know, it just when we get rival fans coming in going, ha, you're shit. I'm like, I know, that's fine. Now I'm going to talk to Man United fans about why we're shit and how we stop being shit. But you coming in and going, ha, you're rubbish. You're absolutely rubbish. Yeah, I know. It's like breaking your leg, isn't it? It's someone going, you know, Nelson from The Simpsons. You broke your leg. I fucking know. I can see the bone sticking out. Can someone call me a doctor? I don't. You put your clips on TikTok. I'm not bothered. So I respect what Liverpool have done, and if they are the best team in the world, so bloody what? It's not really. Like I say, it'd be great if us and Liverpool actually got into a head-to-head rivalry.
I would love a 5-6 year rivalry where both teams were phenomenal. Like they really would. And
hang on a second, mate. Like, if we was head to head, is it going to be fair? You know what I mean? We tried it in the 90s. It wasn't fair. You guys made sure of it. So I'd love to see it, but it's something that's very, very unlikely, especially being fair. I don't think it will ever be fair at the same time as well. So I think we tried it in 2008, 2009 season. We only lost 2 games, as I remember, in that season, and they still won the league. I think they lost about 4 or 5. I don't know. They lost a few games, as I remember, and they still won the league. So We've done it once. It didn't really work out. We did it in the Roy Evans era, but we just conceded too many goals. We had too many bystanders at the back. So, yeah, it would be great if it was fair. If you know what I mean. There's no, cheating going around and all that stuff. This season, since the coup incident, Liverpool haven't played 12:30 kickoffs, rarely get bad decisions, and it's been fair. If you know what I mean. So if we're doing this at that stage, it shows Liverpool should have won league titles in the past. You know what I mean? So it clearly shows there has been some dodgy things happening down the years. But keep the comments coming in, guys. I've been trying to get the chat thing on there, but I'm going to leave it because I'll fix it later on. Yeah, but let's listen to what they're saying and have your opinion as well.
As I say, I don't listen. They've got 20 league titles. I hate that. I agree with and this is the other thing that got to me before we actually talk about Slot and how great they are. Is I've always had this one issue with certain Liverpool fans is that no amount of praise is ever good enough for them. No amount of praise is ever good. You say, Salah's one of the best right midfielders I've ever seen in the league. What do you mean one of the best? Yeah, one of the best. Don't you mean the best? And I always just find it's not all Liverpool fans. It's a subsection, but they're very loud. And you saw it on Sunday. When I saw all the quotes, and then I saw Sky, the Premier League, TNT Sports, all the big aggregator accounts basically say, do you agree with Gary Neville? Are Liverpool now bigger than Man United? And is the debate over? Or they literally quoted it as Gary Neville says the debate has ended. Liverpool are bigger than United. My first thought was, Gary, why'd you say that for? Why even say it? You don't even need to say it. Just congratulate them. Then you listen to it back. And what he said is that they're the most successful team now. And the debate's over for a period. And you just think to yourself, why are Liverpool on such a great day for your club? You can't even take a United legend, a former captain,
one of the worst,
saying you're more successful and saying the debate's over for a period. That wasn't good enough. You had to extrapolate it and go and change it and go to biggest club and the debate's over forever. So you couldn't just take the compliment and go with it. You had to lie, which again sometimes makes you think, what are you exaggerating for? What's the need to exaggerate here? Are you a little bit insecure, maybe?
Where's the cutoff as well? Because I wasn't born in the 60s, so can I get rid of a few of their titles and a few of ours? If you're a chuff monster and you were born in like 1990, do you just count Premier Leagues from there? Some of these trophies are going back to before most of us was born, which is why for me it's sort of irrelevant. Who's the most successful club in the last 10 years? It's not Liverpool. It's not United. It's Man City. Who's the most successful club in Premier League era? Manchester United. I don't care. If I think it's nice for Liverpool because you are successful and then you can look at your success. But from a Man United point of view, we're so shit.
You see, like when people speak, guys, in regards to the championships and all that stuff, it's like the Premier League started in 1992. I'm not part of 1992. I'm part of the 80s. You know what I mean? So I have seen my team win championships, and the way they talk about, teams winning before the Champions League is like they're irrelevant. So George Best is irrelevant. Bobby Charlton is irrelevant. Matt Busby is irrelevant. The Busby Bays are irrelevant. When is it irrelevant, basically? When is it like it's okay to say you've won league titles? Have we been relegated? You know what I mean? Is the 70s Liverpool relevant? Is the 80s Liverpool relevant? You know what I mean? My time when I was watching as a youngster, I don't understand. I just don't understand, like, when people come out with these are grown-ups men, by the way. They're grown-ups here. They're not kids. And they're talking about things like a child. Premier League is a Premier League. It's a name change, new trophy, new era. It doesn't mean the past doesn't matter. The past is what's integral. Is the most important part here. The past is everything. If it wasn't for the past, this football won't exist. So we need to be careful how we, take their opinions when they say things, because it's like it doesn't matter. Of course it matters, man. Real Madrid haven't got all those Champions League titles without including the past. They said 20 when they won their 20. I mean, and all of a sudden when Liverpool win the titles, it's always 13 league titles. That's all you keep hearing every time. 13 Premier League titles, 13 Premier League titles, 13. We've won 18 in the original league when when other teams were winning, you know, like I said earlier, Aston Villa's, you know, Nottingham Forest, Everton's, everybody was competing. This one, like, it's the same teams that always win it. It's not as competitive as the original one. So, like, we need to be careful here. Like, it's like Man United have won the Premiership. They've won the Carling Premiership. They've won the Barclaycard Premiership, Premier League. Sorry, Liverpool have only won the Premier League. So it changes. There's no longer Carling Premier League. There's no longer Barclaycard Premier League. So we've only won the Premier League. So Man United have never won it. We've got 2 of them. You know, I mean, it's like that. It's just stupid. It's really dumb. Grown ass men talking like that. It's like my time in the 80s didn't exist. Of course it exists because I see it for myself. I see my team win a few titles. So it's really stupid, man. So name changing is what's gonna determine league titles. Such a dumb way to think. And the analogies, man, is such a stupid way of doing about it. Let's be honest, man. Big up Jason, man. Sorry about the comments, guys. I haven't come on to it. Big up Steve as always. I just want to, like, you know, show you guys what the rivals want to say about us. I'll be back later on doing the watch along, so please tune into that. One of the banter Arsenal fans doing their parade for winning the Real Madrid trophy a few weeks ago. Listen, it's all about taking part. From what I've heard, taking part is the most important thing. You get a certificate for that. So it's kind of weird, isn't it? It's kind of weird. Not so long ago, you haven't played anybody. You know, referees are cheating, all this stuff. That's all we was getting. Oh, we've got injuries. We've got a lot of them. So this is why we're not winning the league this season. We've got a lot of injuries. Liverpool didn't have it in the past. Man City didn't have it in the past. Man City and Liverpool challenging. Did you ever used to hear things like that? Nope. As soon as Arsenal come into the picture, oh, you know, it's all this stuff. Injuries. We haven't played anybody. You know what I mean? Now AFTV is back to normal. They're all arguing on it again, and it's exciting because that's what makes that channel exciting. Love it. Fozzie, we have no rivals. We don't. We're just on our own up there. We're just looking down at everybody. We've got our feet up, man. Today we're going to get the first guard of honor. Liverpool Football Club is going to get the first guard of honor today at Stamford Bridge. Looking forward to it, man. We are the champions. Tra-la-la-la-la. There you go. We're the best team in the land. Yes, we are. I'll see you at the parade. I am flying on the 24th. Hotels booked. Oh, damn. 24th, 25th, 26th. Let's go. Looking forward to it, Steve. Looking forward to meeting my buddy for the first time. Looking forward to it, brother. Looking forward to it. People, get the comments through. That's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know, we continue with this, let's read out some comments. Let's go. We are champions. Tra-la-la-la-la. We're the best team in the land. Yes, we are. I don't care, people. I'm shameless. Biggest 2 clubs in England, English football, Liverpool and then Man United. The rest are waste men. Yeah, listen, we're way ahead of everybody else. We should be even more titles, let's be honest there. But we're not, unfortunately. But yeah, it is what it is. I just wish, you know, when Man United were winning Premier League titles, we won it at the same time as well, just to get away from everybody else, you know, get 20, 24, 21, 22, 23, 24, like something, keep it going, you know, continue being the biggest club in England. That's what we should be doing. But unfortunately, we had a big gap, as they say. I ain't played anyone yet. Oh, we ain't played anyone yet. Yeah, we haven't. We're still waiting for our, you know, someone to play us. We haven't played Arsenal. We haven't played Man United. We haven't played Man City. We haven't played Nottingham Forest. We haven't played Aston Villa. We haven't played anybody. That's the saying nowadays. You haven't played anybody. I'd say both yes and no to whether rivals fans talking shit about our league win. I wish they show a bit more class, but football fans are always bitter bastards when their rivals succeed. Yeah, you're spot on, Lee. You're so spot on, man. It's sad. It's really, really sad. But I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm shameless. Like I said, I'm shameless. I'm always gonna be doing this until this is gonna be taken away from us. I'm always gonna be doing this, bro. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because I know if it was the other way around, they'll be doing the same. Let's just be honest, there, Lee. They'll be doing the same, bro. They'll call us bottle jobs. They call us all sorts of names. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, let's continue with this chat.
I don't watch MUTV and go, oh, look at that 96 season. Let's sit down and enjoy it. I can't take any pleasure in it. I can't take any pleasure in it because it just makes me even sadder about where we are now.
I hear you. Let's take a little listen here to what they've said on the overlap about Slot's first season in England. Let's take a little listen.
Where does this rank in terms of managers' achievements? Because none of us had Liverpool win the league, and there are not many people in this country had Liverpool winning the league this year.
You didn't have them in the top 5, mate.
I think Mourinho would still probably just rank above it for me in terms of Chelsea had never won a league title for long. You know what I mean?
Chelsea this season before had finished second. My point being is Chelsea went and bought, like, we're just spending 56, 30.
I mean, Ranieri at Leicester is the top one of all time.
Yeah.
I think to me, Jose and Slot is the one that I'm looking at.
No, I think Slot and probably Wenger winning the double. Even though Wenger come in the year before, but it was halfway through.
A couple of years, yeah.
No, it was his first full season.
Yeah, no, but he was still a bit in the
Yeah, I get that, but what I'm saying is...
You notice how they're doing first full season for Wenger and they're counting it as a full year, but they won't give Hammer him until next season before they start attacking him. Funny that, isn't it?
Arsenal were a team who were finishing 5th and 6th. I think Arsenal maybe finished 5th or 6th. Wenger had been there, so okay. But to win the double in his first season, full season, but Slot doing it without so probably Slot might win. What do we know? Slot will win the league.
I've got him as manager of the year.
I think.
Where do you rank it? Slot's first season in England.
I think it's great, actually. That clip, it sort of absolutely encapsulates the dismissiveness of the Premier League post 2000, and it's amazing because the way Gary Neville dismisses Wenger when he was actually playing for Manchester United, a team that was, without doubt, dominating English football with Sir Alex Ferguson, and a team that had just been rebuilt. You know, you don't win anything with kids in 96, and we won the double. And the class of 92 were getting better and better. Roy Keane was in his prime, and then Wenger comes in and in his first full season wins the double. We dismissed that because, we'd been there for a few months before. I don't think that Wenger first, if we're talking about first full seasons, I think the Wenger one, and there'll be a lot of people in the chat don't want to talk about it because they weren't alive, but what Wenger did to win a double away from that Man United side in his first full season with an Arsenal team that had like Bruce Rioch in charge was absolutely incredible. So I think Wenger cannot be dismissed. I think Jose Mourinho's first season, I remember that, was incredible. They were like a bloody train from the day one. You know, they were just unbelievable. And I think Arne Slot, look, I did a video. I didn't even realise I did a video on That's Football saying why Slot will make Liverpool successful before they'd even kicked a ball. And a lot of people, I don't think Gary Neville had Liverpool in the top 4. And I said, he will make them successful because if you look at the way he plays football and the team he's inheriting, as long as those players buy into his style of football, you don't need transfers because it will work. And I think that's harder than any tactics. Ten Hag came to United with a very good style of system, but the players never wanted to adopt it, so he had to adapt to them. Those Liverpool players took to Slot very, very quickly, and he had the pre-season, and they've won the league at an absolute canter. So, actually, Terry, I don't know what you think. For me, I think it's really difficult to definitively break those 3 stories. I think Wenger winning a double in his first full season against a dominant United Sir Alex side, Mourinho coming in and destroying everybody in his first year, and then Slot doing what he's done. I think they are 3. And I know Ranieri's clearly the best. Is he? Is he really? That was a weak Premier League season. It was a fan.
But the thing is, with Mourinho's team, you expected them to win. They built the team there. They spent a lot of money at the time as well. So, and he's already won the Champions League and the league in Portugal. So coming into Chelsea at that time, I think you expected him to win, right? So yeah, I don't know why they're saying that. Arsene Wenger now coming from Asia and coming, I don't know, Japan. I don't know. I think it was Japan. He came to the Premier League and did what he did. It was amazing. To be fair, Conte Chelsea spending money, whatever they want. Nah, I don't see that. But you know, Arne Slot, you got to give him credit. You know what I mean? Because he replaced the legend at Liverpool Football Club. He replaced Jurgen Klopp, and many of the people said at the time it's going to be difficult for him, and he proved everybody wrong from day one. We lost it to Nottingham Forest. He learned from that game, so the next games were better than that Nottingham Forest game when we come back from international football. At some stage, it was going to catch up with us. We're going to have to, drop out of certain competitions, and we did. We lost the League Cup final. Heads could have dropped, but he kept them up and he kept them going, and we won the league after that. So, for a guy who spent nothing, I think this is the most impressive one. He spent nothing. Forget about Chiesa, guys. Chiesa hasn't done anything since he's back at Liverpool. So you can't be. We know the quality of him, but he has done nothing. Hasn't contributed anything. So basically, Arne Slot has won the league without signing anybody, and that should be one of the most impressive, league wins in recent history. Because I think they're underestimating that performance. They keep talking about other managers. Arsene Wenger, I agree with, but other than that, I expected other teams to win their league titles. Because Chelsea at the time were that team. They were winning titles consistently. So. Yeah,
it was an amazing story.
Yeah,
but it was a shit Premier League. Like
Sorry, guys. Let me just read the comments. Fans in the EPL, pundits all salty. Why they want to be LFC period? Yeah. They're gonna be like that, Steve. It's never gonna change, is it? It's Liverpool Football Club. Normal circumstances, a club that did what Liverpool have done, you commend them for their actions. I mean, they don't cheat. They don't. They haven't got anyone in the FA. They do everything in the right way. They haven't got, trillionaire owners. We've got the poorest owners probably in the Premier League right now in regards to signings and all that stuff. But some people say off the screen, the way they behave, even Arne Slot today, I watched the interview with Sky Sports. He said a lot of good things about, the way the football club behaves. But I don't see it in regards to winning titles. I see it because they want to get, managers in and all that stuff. Nobody in their right mind brings in the likes of Brendan Rodgers to Liverpool Football Club. Okay, he nearly won the league once, but he's not a good manager. It's just a con man. Those type of people, when you bring in those type of people, you're going to ask questions. And I did ask questions about it after that, because that's what worried me. That's what I started thinking. Things might not be right. But the way Arne Slot was talking about, the football club this morning, the way they scouted him, the way they talked about him, he said impressive things about them. So let's just see what they're going to do in the summer. Let's see. Victor says, imagine Man United getting relegated next season. It would have been good if they were facing the bottom teams which were competitive. It's kind of sad to see that in the Premier League, the bottom three the three teams that came up are the three teams that's going down. It's just sad. It's really, really sad. But if they were more competitive, they could have been in and around that. And when you're in and around the relegation zone, it's very hard to get out of that. Especially the way Man United are playing in the league. They're not playing in a way of the Man United way. Let's just put it that way. They're playing like a team that's fighting relegation, and the players they got, the quality is just not there. They're just awful, man. And long may it continue from my side anyway.
My mind has changed. We spoke about this yesterday morning, I think, on Straight Facts. And since doing it, I've read a lot of the comments from my viewers, obviously, as we do. I've listened to other people talk about it. And my mind has been consistently changing because I keep hearing great arguments. So, and this is a slightly different reframing, because what we spoke about on yesterday's show was a manager's first season in England. So, for instance, Ranieri wasn't in the conversation because he'd managed before in England. So that was the framing of that question. This is slightly different. If it's your first season with a team, I mean, there'll be another way of phrasing it as well. I saw another account put this as number one, that it says first season managing in the Premier League. And then I thought, well, then you could throw Sir Alex Ferguson into it, because people forget that it is a different competition. The framing's important. But this has been a brilliant campaigin, and you can't
really talk about Alex Ferguson in regards to when he first came. I think he came in 1985, something like that. Could be wrong. Could be 86. I don't know. I'm not a Man United fan, so I won't know that. You know what I mean? It took him a while. He couldn't really master the art of the old first division because it was very difficult for him to understand. Coming from Aberdeen, obviously he dominated the Scottish League and he won the league title. Liverpool stopped him winning the European Cup in 1981 or 80, something like that. Oh, guys, I ain't gonna remember all that stuff, but that's one of the reasons he hates Liverpool, Ferguson, because like he beat the likes of Rangers and Celtic to the league, and he wanted to obviously take that further to European stage. And Liverpool is the team that stopped him, battered him. By the way, I think they battered him the first leg, second leg I think finished 1-0 or something like that. And ever since then he had a hump. He wasn't going to manage Liverpool. He wanted to manage the team that beats them, and that's why obviously he managed Man United. And yeah, ever since then he just wanted to knock us off our perch, which he did. Give him credit for that, but it wasn't in the first division where he first came in, which he found difficult. He was one game away of getting sacked, which was in the FA Cup. To Mark Robbins, I believe, the guy who plays for Norwich after, I think he's a manager in the Championship somewhere, saved his career. I mean, if he lost that FA Cup game, I think there wouldn't be no history of Ferguson for 13 league titles. So sometimes in life, what I'm trying to say is when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Why did Liverpool stop winning league titles? Tragedies came along. We lost, 96 at the time, which was the saddest thing in Liverpool's history. Kenny left. He went to all 96 funerals. So we had we went through a difficult stage, and this is why Man United really dominated after that. Listen, like I said, sometimes something in life is like you're at the right place at the right time, and that's what's happened to Man United at that time. We were at the right place at the right time, and they dominated. Let's just put it that way. But it's kind of funny, isn't it? It's kind of funny when they talk about the league this season, but those 13 league titles wasn't boring, was it? You know what I mean?
Like myself, I got a lot of abuse, even from Liverpool fans, like the guys that are anti-FSG in the summer, for saying they would challenge for the league title. The only element I got wrong with Liverpool is I just felt because they didn't buy enough, I thought going up against Manchester City, they just wouldn't have enough in the end to get over the line. What I didn't factor in. Yeah, I think I put Liverpool third, but I said they'd be in a title race until pretty late on. What I didn't factor in was City being nowhere near their standard, which I think has helped because you remove that,
no one called that
pressure.
Though,
No one called it. No one called it at all. So I think you made a great point about Wenger in the framing of it this way, because he was up against a team like Man United chasing them to the death as an example. I also think a manager we shouldn't forget about is Premier League and FA Cup winning manager Ancelotti in his first season at Chelsea. That man stopped a 4-peat chasing Man United. And again, they beat us to the league by 1 point. And I suppose we have to weigh it up this way as well. It sometimes looks more definitive when you win a league title at a canter like Liverpool have. At the same time, people disrespect Fergie's final winning Premier League team in 2013 because there was no one good challenging us. So you've got to be, this is my point to Liverpool fans, if this is better than Ancelotti's and Wenger's because you did it with ease, you've all got to rewrite the history again now and prop up 2013 Man United, I think 88, 89 points that smashed everybody to pieces.
While we talk about Man United, I mean, like, while we bring in Man United into the equation, I don't understand. And I'm saying, like, it's 2013, whatever it is, like, that's an ancient history. Remember? When you won it in 1999, you done the treble, whatever it was. You said Liverpool are finished. They're ancient. I mean, they talk about the past. We're always talking about history. History FC. That's what they called us. And all of a sudden, Man United are history FC, but it's okay for them to talk about the past. Kind of weird, isn't it? Kind of weird, is that?
That's got to go from being one of the worst champions to one of the best as well, right? So for me, I think it's a great argument. But for Slot, I'm going to take nothing away from what he did this year. I think he's done a phenomenal job. Liverpool have been amazing. I think they've been played down. And as much as I can say everything I did earlier about people trying to throw Fergie under buses and stuff and take his legacy away, that won't stop me from praising how good this Liverpool team is. I think they've been phenomenal this season. They deserve all the plaudits. It doesn't matter that City fell off or Arsenal fell off to a degree. Liverpool still delivered. Because if Liverpool were as bad as them, City or Arsenal could have still gone on to win the league. At the end of the day, they were head and shoulders in the end above every other side in England, and they deserve nothing but praise for that, in my personal opinion. It's very hard, though, as you say. One thing I would say about
weird that, isn't it? Weird that. Oh shit! Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know where that's gone. I'll get to the comments. Sorry about that, guys. Appreciate everybody just staying on. Appreciate. There's another one, of course, we're going to talk about. Lee says, Goldbridge is okay. I can take or leave him. He's okay, you know, when Man United are, you know, winning. Sorry, not winning. When they're not winning titles, it's okay for him. But when they're winning titles, he's back to being the, you know, Man United guys like everybody else. That's why I keep telling Liverpool fans, Lee, it's okay when they're not competing. They're gonna show their humble side. But when they're competing and they're the best, everybody sod you. You never gonna hear them say good things about the other clubs. And I've seen this so many years, man. I've seen it for so many years. It's never gonna change, guys. So they like to take your vulnerable side on their side, and then when it's time for them to shine, sod you, mate. I mean, I ain't gonna say good things about your football club. I don't forget things like that. Nah, sorry. Let's see what other people are saying. I think I deleted one by accident. I'll bring it back. Goldbridge, just another pod channel actor. Like, but come on, yeah. He's an actor. Let's just put it that way. Ex-copper. I don't trust coppers. I'm a street boy, so I don't do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Clickbait businessman. Yes, he is, mate. Period. 100%. I don't trust people like that. People, yeah, I mean, you never know what control they have over you. Let me just put it that way. They say the X, but you know they still have that. F both of them tools on the screen. Both tools to separate humans even more. Yeah. I'm not all about that, bro. I've seen the other guys sometimes sit on his streams and put his feet up while Liverpool content creators are arguing and looking foolish, and he loves it. He loves it, man. Sometimes I see them get attacked personally, like in their livelihood and all that stuff, and he just sits there and watches it, and it's not right, man. It's not right at all. I'm not all about that. You know what I mean? I've seen my mate, obviously, Husam, and that guy, Big Steve, whatever his name is, for Man City, and he on his channel, Big Steve was cussing Husam, personal life, everything like that. You never been to a game, you don't even know anything about Liverpool. Your picture with this is Anfield's all fake. You know all that stuff he was saying to him, and you know attacking Husam personally, and he didn't say nothing. He just let it be. So this is what I try to tell you: don't trust people, man. Don't trust these people because they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. He's a bit of an actor, Steve. Yeah, he is. Bless everyone from Mr. JK. There should be. I might listen. I'm going to leave for a bit after this, and then I'm going to set up for the watch along. So it's Nalantes and JK could be on. So I want to talk about rants and obviously see what he says on his channel. He said a lot of things. So yeah, let's see what he says. I'll get to. Hang on. There's a guy asking me to read out his comment. Let me see where he is. I'll get to the comments in there. Please like, share, and subscribe, people. You know, all that good stuff. Big up to the new people, of course. Let me just get to it. Let's see what he's saying. Dan is looking for Goldbridge. Maybe so, mate. Maybe so. Big up Uncle Rose as always. Appreciate your own, mate. Thank you very much. Please go and subscribe to Uncle Rose's channel. Was it not Gary Neville that said that Liverpool is more successful than Man United? He said that, but some people said the club is bigger as a whole, and this is where Man United fans are coming in saying commercially and you know financially they're bigger than Liverpool. That's what they're saying and all that stuff. So, and which my reply will be, I'm only here for the football. I'm not here for commercial reasons. I'm not here for financial reasons. They don't pay me. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see what this guy is saying. Where is this guy? So Victor saying Bob Paisley is the greatest manager ever in the history of the English football. Yeah, 100%. In such a short time, what he did, nobody's ever achieved that. So give him credit for that. He was in charge of the team that dominated Europe and the Premier League at the same time. Not many can say that, or First Division, whatever you want to call it. I've been here for both, so I'm not gonna. So let me see what this guy's saying. Wayne. Okay, Wayne, I'll read your comment. Let me see what you're saying. Man City, your main rivals, rubbish. Best two players are granddads. What? Man City, your main two rivals, rubbish. Best two players are granddads. Whose rivals? I have no idea. They're not my rivals. Man United and Everton are my rivals. Those are the ones I hate the most. I hate them to death. You know what I mean? Mourinho spent a literal ton of money. Yeah. He did. He spent a lot of money, mate. Have you noticed, that managers like Pep Guardiola, Mourinho, they spend a lot of money. A lot. Wayne says Liverpool winning no league next year. It's up to you what you think of it, bro. But bring the hate. We love the hate. You know what I mean? That's what we, love from our rivals. We invite you to this party. Come and party with us, man. Come and party with us. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole. See, this is what we've got. There you go, mate. Come and get it. Come and get it. There you go, mate.
Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
One Lord. You know what I want, Lord. There you go. Bernie Mac. There we go. That's Man United. This is what I think about Man United, guys. Rest in peace. Let's get to this one, man.
So
Keep it coming, Wayne.
yo, man, do you know what I mean? The champ is here, bro. What you telling me, bro?
Telling me, family.
What are you telling me, bro? I can't even lie. It's one of them ones where I don't know, maybe because I've been isolating myself here. I feel like Liverpool won the league, yeah, and I haven't seen anything. Like, I ain't seen that, and it feels like it's already like we're already over it. Like, I don't know what you man are telling me in the chat. I feel like this feels like the COVID season all over again. I thought they were the biggest club in the country, bro. Like, them man won the league and no one cares already. Like, you know what I mean? Well, how many days have been?
Listen. Rats.
Come on, once. Don't let him say that, bro. Don't let him say. Put the sunglasses on and let him know, bro. Let him know.
Rats. We haven't won the league yet, bro. We haven't won the league yet.
What do you mean?
Everyone just slow down.
If no one cares, then no one cares, bro.
There's still 3 games to go, 4 games to go. Slow down.
There's not, bro. Like, I seen the celebration, bro. Like, you won it already.
15 points clear.
No one cares.
We ain't even lifted the trophy, and man are saying who cares, who doesn't care.
Exactly.
Listen, as long as I care, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. There's still 4 games left. That's all that matters.
Baby.
Guess what, Rants? How about this, yeah? How about this? Everyone talks about how the Prem, no one cares about the Prem. I'm pretty sure Jurgen Klopp's leaving party was bigger than Man City winning the Prem. But I'm pretty sure they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. Jurgen Klopp's farewell was broadcasted on Sky Sports over Man City's trophy thing. You know that? They broadcasted that. They kept it on TV.
Come on, Mons. Come on. Let him know, man. Let him know. He forgot how to win championships, so let him know, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go as far as to say you needed a VPN to watch Man City's trophy lift. I don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go there with it. But yeah, man. So for me, whether the rivals care or not, that don't matter to me. The rival fans need to care about why no one's cleared 70 points. Barely anyone's on 60 points. This late into the season, man, are only breaking 60s.
Go. I hear it.
Why? Chelsea fans need to look at themselves.
Because it's the worst season in the Premier League history, bro, and that's why you won the league. That's what the streets are saying.
The streets know football, yeah? Oh, damn. The streets are saying it's the worst Premier League in history, but you won it by 72 points. No, isn't that the worst? Come on, bro. Come up with something better. You know what? They don't want to give credit. They don't want to give credit to a team that's dominated the league. That's what the misunderstanding is with this. Liverpool are smashing it in the league, sorry. So they don't like to say, they don't want to give credit to Liverpool Football Club. If it was Man City that was doing this, oh, you know, they are the greatest team in the world. You know, they do whatever they want. You know, Blue Moon. You know, you saw me standing, whatever. This is what they say. This is what, you know. If it's Man City, this is what they go. They will say the best team in the world, etc. Because it's Liverpool Football Club. It's the worst season ever. It's the COVID season. It's the PGMLO season. It's all this stuff. There's always something surrounding our titles. Every single time. Not giving credit where it's due. We dominated this league. We're smashing this league. We are dominating this league. We're smashing this league. Normal circumstances, you give credit to a team that spend nothing. But no, there's always an excuse around the corner. There's always an excuse. The streets, apparently. You know what I mean? The streets are saying.
Bro,
Man said you could only win it during COVID, yeah, and during a crisis, bro. Like, I don't know, bro.
How about this? There are so many Premier League wins that Man United, that Fergie have won, that no one even remembers. But it don't matter because man won it. It don't matter. As I said, Fergie's won the league with sub 80 points before. But guess what? He won the league. So, you know what I'm saying? No one's taking that away from Fergie. What matters more, if you want to put yourselves in the biggest conversation, if you want to put yourself, in the big boy conversations, you got to go and retain it. You got to go and retain it, you know, or you got to go win multiple trophies in the same season.
Exactly, man.
See what I'm saying? I'm tired of people saying, this has to, to win the league, you don't have to break records.
We haven't played in a bit.
You don't have to break monumental records and be like Chelsea.
Be better than everyone else. Yeah.
You just got to be better than everyone else. And then, what did you got yourself man? Pep Guardiola has warped us into thinking you need 95 points to win the league.
Exactly, mate.
He's warped our minds.
Listen, Pep Guardiola has been brainwashing this league for years, man. Pass and move. You know, you got to win by 95 points to win the league. That's Pep Guardiola brainwashing everybody for a long time, you know. All of a sudden, you find out how to play against his football. He's struggling, and then you just say, oh, they're all getting old. No, people find him out. These young managers are geniuses. That's what's happened. And look at Pep Guardiola now, scratching his head, getting more grayer, spitting on himself when he's spitting. Come on, man. Let's be honest there, man. Let's be honest there.
He's warped our minds.
You're right.
If you look at the let's look at the last 4 seasons or 4. Let's look at the 4-peat, because they 4-peated, innit? So last season, Man City won the league with 91 points, I believe. I'll double check. So here it was, 91 points, yeah? City won the league. The year before that, they won with 89 points. The year before that, they won with 93 points. The year before that, they won with 86 points. You guys were second that year, where Oli came second. Yeah, 2021 season.
This is funny.
Yeah. So if you actually look at the points tally, they're getting between 89. So lowest being what? It was like the lowest being 86, the highest being 94. So it's in that bracket. That was never a thing like that to consistently win the Premier League. Every season been different, but because Pepper's 4-peated, we seem to think that this is what you need to do to win every Premier League. You got to
listen. Liverpool is the only one that stands up to Man City. Let's just be honest, because we in the last 5 years, who else has won the Premier League? Liverpool Football Club. So with Arsenal, like competing the previous 2 seasons, it doesn't mean anything, because if you look at Man City, they gave them players. That's how much they thought of them. You know what I mean? If your rivals are giving you players, they don't think much of you. You could be top of the league 93% of the season. They'll still come back and win the rest. That's what Man City did against Arsenal. They did it twice. And then it's crazy. Like when you're saying Arsenal is this, Arsenal's that. They got found out this season. That's why they struggled in the league this season. The guy said, over my dead body. Well, your body is gone now, mate. Your soul's been taken by the Undertaker. Yes, the Undertaker has taken your soul, mate. Over my dead body, he said. Over my dead body, he said. What's happening now? What's happening now, Mr. Arteta? Yeah, man. Give us credit, man. Give us credit.
break records. When Man City won the league with 86 points and you guys came second, that season was shit. It was shite. But no one cares.
You need to understand, when it comes to winning the league, like you said, you only need to be as good as the people challenging you, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like if you're running a race, yeah, like the faster the people are running next to you, the faster you're gonna run. And that's just how it is. You're not gonna run full tilt if you know that you're that much faster than everyone else, bro. You take your foot off the gas, innit? And that's what it is, bro.
And that's
When they had to get 100 points and 90 points and all these other things, it's because they had Liverpool pushing them or they had someone else pushing them. That's why they did what they did, because they had to do it.
Because bro, the second Liverpool fell off a cliff, because remember, when you look at 1920, Liverpool finished with 99 points, right? So we finished with 99 points. 2021, when Liverpool fell off a cliff, they needed 86 points to win the league. Because as you said, perfectly worded, by the way, when you said you only need to run as fast as the runners around you. I also think Arsenal pushing them the last 2 seasons is another reason why Man City's had to go and get 91 points and 89 points. Because Arsenal would have gone and taken 2 Premier Leagues off their belt. Yes, they've won 6 of the last 8 Premier Leagues, but 3 of them, they haven't had to break mad amounts of points. You know what I'm saying? 3 of those Premier League wins, they haven't had to break 90 plus. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool are still on course to get 94 points. Should we win, I think we're gonna.
That's something we've got to work on, guys. Like we need to get to the 90 points at least, just to make it look better. Let me just put it that way. Ed says, would Man United get promoted if they were in the Championship this season? Yeah, they would, man. They're still apparently rich, aren't they? So of course they could do it. But it's just unfortunate, the teams below them ain't as good as the previous seasons, if you know what I mean. What's commercially doing for them if they don't look like they'll win a Prem in another 10 years? I don't know, bro. I have no idea, LVC. I have no idea, bro. As I said, at the end of the day, it's all about winning for me. I don't know about you guys. Are you here to support the club financially and commercially, or are you here to watch your team win league titles? I'm here to win league titles. I'm here to win league titles. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here to win. This gold medal and this trophy. That's what I'm here to win. That's what we're here for. Not commercial reasons, for crying out loud. So stupid, some people, I'm telling you.
Going to be drunk. I think we finish on about 90, because I think the players are going to be drunk in it. But that doesn't mean this season's 91 points is equivalent to maybe the 92-point season, the 93-point season, 94 that they won. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not every season's 90 points is the same, just because we know the quality of every Premier League and every year is different. But I think Pep has just warped us into thinking to be the best, you got to break every record. Nah, you don't, bro. Just be better than every. You don't have to be. And I think because that's what City have done, not every year, but they've done it every few years. It's like you've got managers thinking, Jesus, how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? But teams can't keep this up forever. And these are phases. Football works inside.
Listen, football is different, isn't it? Sometimes teams dominate, sometimes they disappear. And that's what's happened this season. Man City is not. The thing is, Man City could finish second this season. That's what's the funniest thing about it is. But listen, everybody dominated at one stage. Even Liverpool's dominating years. We wasn't always, champions. If you look back, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Everton, they've won league titles along those times as well, as many know. So yeah, Man City have had their time for now. So it's down to Liverpool if they want to, continue this success. What are we gonna do next? Are we gonna go and buy players that's gonna push us on? Because everybody's talking about other teams improving next season. What are Liverpool gonna do? That's my question. Are we gonna, take the next steps, which is winning the Premier League and the Champions League and keep going? Is this because that should be the next step for Liverpool. Bless up everyone from JK. Big up, bro. JK as always, bro. They could be coming on after me, guys. So stay on the channel, please. What's Lee saying? I reckon he makes some of his stories up. Yeah, they all do, man. They all do. I know that. I swear I saw someone called Scottish Bear on the chat. In the chat. Let me see. Oh, you never walk alone. Big up, brother. 12 years, only one penalty at Old Trafford. Wow. Amazing that, innit? You never walk alone. Amazing that, bro. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that in the Fergie era, how much they were getting titles handed to them with ease, without any challenge. Big up Trudon, bro. Big up. Big up Trudon. I can't believe I just seen Scottish Bear, man. I hope he's okay. I hope everything in life is good for him, man. To be honest, both fan bases are obsessed with each other's clubs. Yeah, they are, bro. We are. Even in the old days when Man United wasn't successful, we still had that rivalry, if you know what I mean, guys. Believe it or not, even Liverpool's dominant era, Man United always used to beat us, if you know your history. So that's true, 100%. What's Lee saying? Lee says they always I don't know how to say that. Parrot the Premier League era line and try to dismiss the eras. How recently counts. Everything is in the past, including those words once hit enter. You know what's funny, bro? It's just when it suits them, the rivals. That is, they talk about the past when they don't have success, but when they're winning, they call you History Club, if you know what I mean. So that's what we've been called for years: History Club Liverpool. History Club Liverpool. Man United haven't won the league since, was it 2013? But how many years ago is that? That's right. What 12 years now? I'm sorry. Yeah, around. So yeah, around 12 years now. So what do we say about that? What do we say about Man United's success back in the day? It's madness. Do we actually say it's a history club? Do we say things like that? We still appreciate their history, but when it's the other way around, they're always gonna call us history. That's what I'm trying to say. It's crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. Fozzie, brother, I am back, bro. I hope you're okay, Scottish Bear, man. I haven't seen you for ages, bro. I know you was fighting some kind of illness, and I hope everything's okay with you, bro. I did miss you, man. I always ask about you as well, and we always talk about you off screen with other guys, seeing how you are and that stuff. There's a lot of people that care about you, bro. I hope you're okay. Big up, by the way. Respect to you, man. Respect to all the guys in the chat as always. Even our rivals, man. It's okay to come on here and try to trash us and all that stuff. We enjoy it. We enjoy it, as I said, man. But I'm gonna finish this video and we're gonna bring on Nalante and
cycles. This is City cycle. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who the next cycle is gonna be. I don't really want there to be any cycle, Rants. I want it to be a free fall. I don't want there to be no cycle. You know what I'm saying? I want it 1 year Liverpool. Obviously, I want Liverpool to dominate, but I'm saying, like, from an entertainment standpoint, 1 year Liverpool and Chelsea, another year United and Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Another year City and I don't know.
Yeah, of course. We just want competitive title challenges, innit? And title races, and we haven't really had one of those since. City,
I mean, to be fair, last year was a 3-horse race, so it was.
But it wasn't really, bro. Arsenal were never winning it, bro. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I will stay with that theory that Arsenal were never winning it, bro. Like, they were never winning it, just like they were never winning this Champions League, bro. Like, they're not built to win stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, 93% of the season top and still couldn't do it. That's crazy work. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they were never going to win it, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not built to win. They're not built to win. Them 2 seasons, that man did what they did. They weren't challenging, in my opinion, bro.
Yeah, George, how about this? Look, because I can run the same narrative people are running this season. Oh, Liverpool only won because everyone fell off. How about this? What can I say? Arsenal only came second and looked like challengers because Liverpool weren't there for once.
No, but you're right. But I said that though. I said that, bro. I said that they finished second, because everyone else weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, bro. Man United capitulated, Chelsea capitulate, Tottenham capitulate, Liverpool capitulate. That's how they ended up there, bro, by a technicality, bro. I know this. That's always been my thing.
He is spot on. I don't really agree with him much normally. rants, but he's 100% right about Arsenal. I think people push them too far. As I remember their fan base, when I went on a girls' channel a few times and he came on here, he was saying all the guys world class. He's saying Saliba is better than Van Dijk, Gabriel is better than Konate, Ben White is better than Trent. You know, that's all I was getting. I was getting world class here, world class there. I've always said it. Prove your world class. Show me what's world class about you. Win trophies, that's important. Win individual trophies that make you world class. Then we could discuss what levels you are. In order for you to be world class, you got to earn it. And Arsenal players haven't earned the right to be world class. So you can't push world class into them. And this is what Arsenal fans done. They made their players look better than what they are, hence why they struggled season in and season out. If you're humble, you should keep your mouth shut and let the players do their thing on the pitch and buy the right players instead of keep on buying defenders every single time, like a striker, like a creative player in midfield, like another winger on the left, on the right, you know, something that makes your team much better than where it is right now. Then, you know, you could probably challenge for the title. But pushing people who've won nothing to the heights of heights, it's the wrong way of going about it. This is what I say on YouTube, guys. When I see certain channels talk, I don't really get involved because it's weird. It's very strange the way they think about football compared to my era. You know what I mean? So it's two different people, two different eras, two different, you know what I mean? We're all different. We're not about stats. We're eye test in my era. You know what I mean? Instead of like, you know, calling my friend on the phone, I used to go knock on his door. That's what we used to do. I mean, that's how it is. And I heard someone say, that's my friend on Football Terrace. He said, back in the day, they were alcoholics. You know what I mean? And all that stuff. These days, they're about, you know, nutrition and all that. Kind of weird talking about alcoholics back in the day. I mean, if they are alcoholics and played that type of football, wow. God damn, they must be really good. Maradona must be the, you know, the greatest player that ever lived. Pele, you know what I mean? So it's kind of strange, you know, criticizing them for what they eat and what they used to have back in the day, but you're commending the modern people because they're athletes and all that stuff. But I think I watch both sides of football. I think this football is more boring than the other one. Because the other football, when I used to watch players, you know, score from outside the box with ease, like Matt Letizia, Jeremy Guss, Steven Gerrard, you know, all these great players, they used to score from outside the box on a regular basis. Frank Lampard. Nowadays, like, what is this? What are we watching, man? It's a joke. It's an absolute. There's not even. Forget about Liverpool's title win being boring. The football of the modern day ain't as good as what it used to be. It is boring. To me, it is. That's why I don't watch outside Liverpool anymore. I used to watch everything outside Liverpool. Nowadays, it's very difficult for me to watch because I don't enjoy it. First, it was we hadn't played anybody, obviously, anyone. Then we beat Real and Man City in a few days, and then they shut up. Then it was the infernal injury whining from Arsenal. Then it was poor league this season. It's just one thing after another, brother. It's never satisfying when Liverpool do something good. It never is, bro. And it's gonna continue very much. Every single time we win titles. It's okay though. We're enjoying it. Scottish Bear says it's absolutely delighted Liverpool has won this, and screw the haters that don't give us credit. Who gives a shit, man? I don't. They will never give us credit because, like I said in the beginning, Scottish Bear, in normal circumstances, if a team did what we did with no money, you know, we didn't buy the league. Number one, we didn't cheat our way to a league, and you know, we did it the right way without, you know, anything. Nothing, no weapons, nothing, and we still won the league. You know what I'm saying? So that should be commended in any circumstances. I mean, that should be something other teams should look at to, you know, do themselves. But it's not. It's always because it's Liverpool. Let's criticize them. Give us credit, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. But I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Let's continue the stream.
So to me, I didn't see it as a challenge, bro. I saw it as a one-horse race with Man City. And this season was a one-horse race, bro.
My thing is, as I said, I still feel like my anger. So as I said, I try to take myself back to when City won the league in 21 and when they won the league, I think a couple of years ago, yeah. how did I feel not being in that title race? That's how I had to look at it, because obviously that's how, let's be honest, that's how City are looking at us this year, innit? How did you feel not having a say in what's going on in the league? And I'll be honest,
look at it this way, yeah. Look at it this way. City aren't there to challenge Liverpool, so they have no challenger. That's what happened this year, because Arsenal didn't challenge. Do you see what I'm saying?
Challenge nothing this year.
But this is the point. If Liverpool aren't there to challenge City, or City aren't there to challenge Liverpool, yeah, then there's no challenge. That's what real challenges are. Real challenges are
of course.
literally, yo, like, we have to do this. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Arsenal, bro, you ain't got the belly for this fight, man. Like, this is the reality. Like, we have to talk about it. Like,
and that's why I said these man for rants. As I said, too many man are looking at me because I'm doing my job. Exactly. You don't need to look at yourselves as to why you aren't doing the job that was supposed to be so easy to begin with. You know what I'm saying? If the job's so easy, you should be looking at yourselves. I'm not talking about whether the league is poor.
You know what's funny, guys? Like, if Liverpool are obviously winning the league and it's boring and all that stuff, what does that make the other teams below us then? If we're not good enough, you know, they're saying our title win is not good enough, innit? That's what they're saying. So what are the teams below us then? You must be really shit. You must be really, really crap for Liverpool to dominate the league like this then. You know what I mean? One is one team is in the semi-finals of the Champions League. There's other two in the Europa League, in the semi-finals as well, about to be in the final together as well. So the league must be really crap. That's why I keep telling Liverpool fans, don't fall for the trap. You are this good. You are this good. It's just the jealousy of rivals is downgrading your, happiness. So be careful. Just be careful. I mean, there's two teams in the Europa League final, and there's one team already in two teams in the Europa League semi-finals, and one team in the semi-finals of the Champions League. That is impressive, man. Absolutely impressive. So be careful, guys. Be careful.
Or whether the league is good. I'm saying that I don't care. And if the league is good or poor, you don't need to look at yourselves. You don't need to look at your own managers. Do you know what I'm saying? How about this? Third place in a league with no title race is despicable. It's despicable. Do you know what I'm saying? Finishing second and being closer to fifth than you are to first is despicable. Arsenal are closer to finishing, closer to Ollie's United. Ollie's United. Do you know how many points Ollie's United finished on? Does anyone want to know? 74 points.
Goodness me.
21 wins, 11 draws, 6 losses.
Wow.
You don't want to know Arsenal's record? 18 wins, 13 draws, 3 losses, 67 points. They have 4 games. They have 4 games to get 7 points. That is just to equal. That's just to equal Ollie's tally.
Wow.
It don't sound great when you put it like that, do you? Because we all know how we looked at Ollie's team. We all saw how we looked at that Ollie's second place, right? We all know what was spoken, how that Man United team was spoken about. They were never there to begin with. Yeah. They went top for one day of the season. There was no real title race. That is a full second place. People act like Ollie people act like it never happened. When people speak about Ollie, no one even mentions second place. No one even mentions it.
It's true.
He's spoken about like he's Satan's spawn. No one remembers. People forget it. They erase it
because we understood that we finished second, on a technicality. We just ended up there.
Exactly. But you would have thought that people would be speaking about Arsenal that way. But oh no, Arsenal gets spoken about differently. Because Arsenal are on course to finish to get what? 67 points, 12 points. Max they can get is 79 points. If they win the rest of their games, which they're not gonna do, by the way, yeah, they're gonna finish very close to how many points? Fuck it. How many points did Jose finish on when he finished second? Let me see something. Was Jose 18, 19? When was Jose second place? What year was that? 17, 18, 81 points. Fair enough.
Wow.
But even then, 25 wins. 25 wins. Arsenal got 18 wins, you know.
Overhyped.
25 wins.
Overhyped Arsenal. That's what it is.
The season's only 38 games.
Overhyped.
25 wins. The only reason they didn't finish on a greater tally is because they had 7 losses.
That's a lot.
And you know, Joe didn't like to draw games. There's 7 losses. But 25. Arteta has 18 wins. 18 wins.
But bro, but this is the wickedest thing. He's regressing every season, bro. But this is what I like. Because he's regressing every.
It's kind of weird with Arsenal. Like, if you look at the previous 2 seasons, they were playing similar style to Man City's style. This season, they tried out, you know, the big physical side of the game style, but the fans didn't like it. So Arteta decided to go back to, you know, passing and moving, you know, Man City style, and still haven't won the league. I think if they're stuck at the new formation, they would have had more than one style of play, so they could accommodate different games. And you know, sometimes the fans decide on football clubs how they're going to be going. Luckily for us, we've got a head coach who's, you know, calm and very strong-minded. Sorry, he did what he wanted to do, and it worked. It's like Gary Neville said, he watched one game, they played 3 different formations, which is impressive in my opinion. Like, and you know, our fan base, we're willing to sit through any type of football. We don't complain, and we'll judge it for, you know, at the end of the season. Because at the end of the day, if you look at Arne Slot's reign, in your first season, do whatever you want, and we ain't gonna complain. That's how it is, and this is what he's done, and it worked out. Next season, I'm expecting us to play different style of football, you know, consistently, instead of like the second half, the way we played. I think we're going to keep the ball better next season. I think we're going to be more physical next season. I think we're going to score more goals next season. I think we're going to keep more clean sheets next season. I don't think we're just going to play, you know, like the type of football that we've been playing this season. There's going to be obviously pre-season with these players, so he's going to have them to himself for a while, and implement his ideas, which he didn't have in last summer, as I remember. So it's gonna, although like we won the league this season, I think we'll do better next season as well. I honestly think that, because spending more time with the team, implementing your ideas, getting new players in, will take you to that next level. And this is what I'm expecting us to do next season, which is frightening. And I don't think a lot of people talk about that. I don't think a lot of people talk about that. We're talking about how Man City is going to get better, but we don't talk about, you know, how Liverpool is going to get better. Lee says, I think Man City are our chief rivals next season. I don't know, bro. Sometimes football catches up with you, innit? I honestly think like sometimes in football, managers overstay their welcome, and that's why I see Pep Guardiola. That's how I see him. Sorry, that's how I see Pep Guardiola. I think he's overstayed his welcome. He should have left maybe a couple of seasons ago. He shouldn't have stayed this long, and he's struggling. You could see it when you watch his team. Like, they had a game plan back in the day that used to work. Kyle Walker be the last line of defense. Anything goes over the top, he goes and cleans it. You know, playing Kevin De Bruyne in the second half for 16 games straight. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen anymore. When you got the same things, you know, continuously for you know, majority of the seasons, and then, you know, it catches up with you, it's very difficult to watch. And that's what's happened to Man City this season. They're very, very difficult to watch. It's not the same Man City that we know. Kyle Walker is going to AC Milan because he can't hack it anymore. Listen, there was a lot of things that used to be hidden with Man City that people didn't see. And I used to call it out a lot back in the day. Now, like, you see the defense, it's not the defense anymore. The goalkeeper, it's not the same goalkeeper anymore, because that cover is not there from Kyle Walker. That guy did a lot of work for them, a lot, and he caught up with him. I think he wanted to leave a couple of seasons ago, and they persuaded him to stay. He should have left when he wanted to leave, in my opinion. So, yeah, man, that's football. It happens. It happens, man. Sometimes you overstay, and that's what's happened to Pep Guardiola and his players. I reckon if City are not sanctioned and spend the usual shitload of cash on transfers this summer, then City with Rodri also back will be hard to finish above next season. Me thinks. I don't think Rodri is gonna come back the same, bro, because the guy was slow already when he was playing. Imagine like losing more pace. It's not gonna be the same. The ligament injuries are different, mate, especially for slow players as well. Van Dijk is okay because he had a lot of pace, but with Rodri, like the lack of pace will hurt him, especially with the ligament injury. And I don't think he's gonna be as good as what he was before. Let me just put it that way. They need a lot of players around him that's gonna, help him out as well. They need a right back like Kyle Walker. Can they find someone like that? I don't know. Pacey, always covering for the centre backs, and Edison might be going to Saudi as well, so they need a replacement for Edison. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff they have to work on. That's why I'm saying like City might not come back the same, bro. It depends. If you're saying if they spend a lot of money, that's no guarantee. That's no guarantee. I mean, we've seen it with Chelsea and other teams as well. It's no guarantee. So we'll have to wait and see. The thing, what I'm saying is, they've had the players there that can sort that. You could build around that money. Now they don't have those players anymore. Where is the next Kevin De Bruyne? Where is the next Kyle Walker? You know what I mean? Things like that. Mahrez left. They haven't been the same on the right side. Sterling left. They haven't been the same on the right side. So where is the next players like that? There's a whole team that needs rebuilding. It's not just, one or two players. It's and they changed themselves to an number 9 building around the team, like Haaland. It worked for one season or probably 2, but now it's hard because he doesn't hold up the ball very well. Yeah, so it is what it is. Let me read out the comments. Going down. Well, big up Abdul as always, bro. Big up, bro. Big up, my guy. Mourinho, Wenger, Conte all spend money. Arne Slot spent 30 million on Mamadashvili, who's not even on. He's on loan, obviously. Chiesa 12 million on bench was FSG signing. He didn't spend any impact. Of course, he didn't spend anything impactful. You never walk alone. 100%, bro. That's what I've been saying in the beginning. We're talking about other managers that won the league in their first season, to be expected in those teams, by the way. But this guy wasn't expecting even to finish top 5. Some people said, like, you know what I mean. So for what he's done this season, he should be commended for that. Should be highly regarded. Let me just put it that way. What's going on? Wayne is back again. I'll just go down the comments just to see what's going. Best 2 players are old. Oh god, there we go. And you can't run Father Time. You have to invest extra players that will take over Verge and Mo for the next 5, 6, 7 years. Those players don't grow on trees. In life, things happen, things change. You know what I mean? It's like when Kevin Keegan left and we got Kenny Dalglish. I mean, it's like when Graham Souness and we got Steve McMahon. And when Ian Rush left and we got John Aldridge. It happens, man. It's just how you time things as well. As I said in many streams, okay, Van Dijk and Salah have signed 2-year extensions into their contract. What's next? Are we going to get the players that's going to replace them now so they could learn under them? That's what I want to see. That's how you plan things for the future. Luckily, we haven't got anything like Man City, total dominance players. We don't really need that. Man City have to get total dominant players, total football players. We don't go through things like that. So I think our transition will be easier than Man City if we spend the right money in the right way. That's how I see it. No doubt about that, man. Yeah, keep it coming, Wayne. It's okay, mate. It's okay. Arsenal fan. Oh, you're Arsenal fan. Okay. Over my dead body, mate. We are winning no league next season, but are you hilarious? Big up, bro. It's been a while, bro. I hope you're okay. Assalamu alaikum, bro. Big up, Tarmizi, man. Big up, bro. It's been a while, bro. We need to get you back on here. If FSG do that, then yes, but no history of this, but you have never know. Okay. Big up, Alexandra, my guy. Big up. No, we're near the end anyway of this thing, so let's go.
Single season, and they don't want to have the conversation. And this is why they couldn't win the Champions League for me, because this would have been a nightmare, because he's just getting worse, bro. And the thing is, him winning the Champions League would have been horrific. I'll be honest, it would have been horrific for football.
Almost.
I agree with him 100%. Yeah, it would have been horrific for football if Arteta won the Champions League. Oh, Lord of mercy. Imagine that, man. Imagine that. Let's do Saeed. 40 minutes of it. Could talk along the way. Big up everyone. Let's do Mr. Saeed.
It's over. It's over. Liverpool crowned champions 20 times Man United. You can't sing it anymore. That was exclusive to us. Now, they might just go win more and more. Where are we in the league? Where are they in the league? All those hate watches out the window. All those times I wanted them to lose, it's over. All those times I drank rival tears, wasted. Sickening. It's absolutely sickening. The reality is facing me right now. I've been counting down the weeks thinking, you know what? Maybe Arsenal might do something. Maybe they might drop points. Let that day not come so soon. But it's here now. And I have to face it. It makes me sick. We were so far away from them. Alex Ferguson, time and time again. We had the opportunity to go and make a marker. The Glazers, you absolute parasites, allowed this to happen. We could have been clear of them. They had the Standard Chartered days, Carlsberg days. Steven Gerrard trying to do it on his own. He slipped, he did this, he did that. We had the moment to go win more and more and more. Now, all we can do is watch. Because we ain't winning anything time soon. We ain't. We ain't winning anything anytime soon. I'm 31. Last time we won the league, I was 19. I might not win the league till I'm 50. Real talk. It might be a possibility. When I have grey hair and I'm old. Maybe just then, maybe. I might have to see something then. Until then, they have got the ability to go on and on and on. I laughed at our slot. Slot machine. Boy, did I get it wrong. Boy, did I get it wrong. Slot machine. Bloody hell, mate. This guy has come in and absolutely just went, you absolute dummy. You absolute fool. That's what he's done. We are fools. Mo Salah, Van Dijk, Trent. They thought they were all leaving. Right now, they might not all leave. Two of them have signed contracts. Trent could still stay. They have just won this league by ease, by a canter, by an absolute canter. Nobody's been there to stop them. Arsenal, no. Man City left behind. Who? They've been too good, let's be honest. Mo Salah, out of this world. Out of this world. I mean, how can you compete with a brother that's got 46 GA in all competitions? In the Premier League, should I say? Forget all competition. In the Premier League.
JK, what's going on, bro? You good? JK, you there? JK. JK, you there? No, he's not there. It's okay. Let's get back to Saeed.
He needs one more to break the record. In Anfield alone, 146 GA.
How impressive is Mo Salah, bro?
Bro, what a player. Player of the season. You know what? Like, when you hear this brother speaking now, like, you can hear that they've finally realized they can't, there's no hope in anything for us to fail. Hence why they're talking the truth now, you know?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do that. Like, there's no ifs or buts about it. Like, for me, I big up Alex Ferguson. What a manager.
Yeah.
You know, that's the fact. It isn't because I don't like Man United. I'm going to say, oh, he's rubbish. No. Yeah. He was the top manager. He knew when to get rid of players, when to buy players. He was a magician, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the internet and stuff like that, it's like what you were showing earlier on in the show and stuff. It's like, it's all about dividing people, you know? All these big shows and stuff. Donald Trump, man, he gets the biggest stage. Why? He's there to divide people. Hence why he gets the stage. It's like with these football guys as well, bro. Like, look at us, guys. No matter how many shows we've done between us, we never, ever had an argument between us, so we divide the guys in the chat. If you think Darwin should play, fair play. If I don't think he should play, fair play. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Yeah. But these guys, they're all on a... Let's divide fan bases now. You know, like in the old days when you used to go abroad and you see someone with a Liverpool top on, you'd shake his hands, probably hug each other, say, bro, what a team. Nowadays, you've got Liverpool fans arguing with Liverpool fans. And that's done through the internet. It never existed before that, you know? But it makes me laugh how they all sort of realise that Liverpool are the best team in the Premier League this season and they have to admit it. It's hard.
It is hard. It's like, you know, something that's, you know, making them lose, you know, all sense of reality, if you know what I mean, brother.
Yeah, big time.
The struggle is a struggle for them. It's like when I was watching the Goldbridge and Terry thing, the Terry's guy, all they talk about is the past. But when we talk about the past back in the day, it used to be thrown back at us saying like, history club, you've been overtaken. That's how it was. That's how it was. That's all. That's the response we used to get, as I remember growing up. But now it's been like 12 years, isn't it? 12 years since they won the league or something like that. And all they talk about is, you know, the past. 12 years ago, bro. That's the last time they won the league. And we're still talking about it now. Like, what should that? Why should that matter? And you know what's upsetting when they talk about, you know, oh, you know, the old first division, it doesn't exist and all this stuff. You know, but I was alive back then. I've enjoyed those championships, same as you. You know what I mean? So why shouldn't that matter? Well, because the league has anyone been relegated? JK, do you remember anyone leaving the Premier, old first division? Has anyone been relegated? Has anyone been? You know, I don't understand. I really don't understand how that division is being dismissed when you got statues outside Old Trafford, the George Best, Bobby Charlton, and that, and Nobby Stiles, and all these guys.
Yeah,
out there from that division. I mean, isn't Matt Busby from that division? So, like
at the end of the day, it's like this, bro. If you're a footballer, the more games you play, the more experience you get, and the better player you're gonna get. So, without that experience and history of you playing them games, it won't make you the player you are today, right now. And that's it. Fact is fact. United won them Premier League titles, got to 20. It doesn't matter what you call it. You can call it the Premier League.
The show business league. I don't see it as competitive as the old first division. It's not. Let's be realistic here. Even when we used to dominate, JK, there was teams still winning the league. You know what I mean? Other teams. It wasn't just Liverpool winning the league. There was other teams winning the league. So Nowadays, in this Premier League, it's the same type of teams that win it all the time. If it's not Arsenal, it's Liverpool. If it's not Liverpool, it's Chelsea. If it's not Chelsea, it's Man United. If it's not Man United, it's Man City. It's the same type of teams. You get Blackburn and Leicester in between, but it's not as competitive as the old First Division. It ain't. I mean, it's not as physical as the old First Division. It's not as entertaining as the old First Division because it was a man's game. Nowadays, like, you can't call this a man's game. It's all about stats and all that stuff, XG and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So where's the enjoyment out of the game? Where is that?
You know why, bro? Because it's like this, like job security. When you're a manager of a football team, you're more likely to give it to a guy who can run 90 minutes non-stop other than a guy who's going to maybe score a free kick from outside the block, outside the box. And that's what football's become now. That's why you don't get them Platini, Roberto Baggio, Matt Letizia type of players no more.
Right.
Because they've taken them. That's been done.
Long range shots, that's gone. Don't exist.
Gone.
Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah. McAllister does it. But he sounds like an old school player anyway. You know what I mean?
The wrong book.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't doing that. But for me, bro, they've taken who are the stars of football when you really look at it. Mbappe, come on, bro, he ain't doing nothing this season.
That's supposed to be the next best thing. That's supposed to be the Brock Lesnar,
Ronaldo, the R9,
the next R9 and all that stuff. That's what they've been feeding us all this time. It's shit. It's crap.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You don't choose money over football. No, if you're a footballer, you don't choose money over football. He did, and look what's happened to his career since. He hasn't been the same player. So that's what happens to you. You choose money over football, you become an ordinary player. So you try to take the shortcut, which is Real Madrid, try to win the Ballon d'Or, all that stuff, trying to win the league over there and make yourself to the world's best. You're never going to be the world's best now for me, because I know what you did. You cheated football. That's what you did, Mbappe. Oh, man.
I agree with you, bro. Yeah. Was he in it for? Like, Real Madrid are out of everything.
They're out of everything, bro. They can't win the league.
Out of everything.
Can't win the Champions League. They lost the cup final to Barcelona.
Yeah. It's good to see, man. Man City and Real Madrid, we done them in a week this season. 2-0, 2-0, you know what I mean? It's mad they both come off the boil in the same season. It's just like, that's how football is. And that's why, for me, I don't go OTT with the praise and stuff. I keep it sort of humble. And have you noticed over the years, bro, it's more Man United hate us than we hate them.
I really don't care about Man United, to be fair, bro.
I don't care. Because as long as they lose, I'm happy.
These guys, a minute ago, they were talking about the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Bants and Rants. They were talking about Monts and Rants. They were talking about the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era when he finished second. In my opinion, I don't know if you agree with me. I thought they were going to do better. I thought like he had a young team there that's going to improve, and as soon as they signed the likes of Ronaldo, all these type of players the next season is when that hopes were gone. Those hopes were gone around that time, because I thought he was building something that can be frightening.
Sustainable,
and it doesn't matter just because it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like people just say he's not a good manager, but he finished second that season. I mean, so. If he built on that with the right players, I think they would have been frightening. I honestly think that. I still stand by that. I think Ronaldo and all them coming in has spoiled their progression. I honestly think that.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money on players and giving Harry Maguire, for me, was the signing that made me realise where this club's going to be in the next 10 years and so. As soon as they signed him, I thought, I just knew, done and dusted. We don't have to worry about these guys. Come on, man. How are you spending? Okay, if it's a free transfer, take him. Cool. These guys paid nearly 80-odd million for him. And that's what football's all about. If you spend like an idiot and you don't know what you're buying, then you're going to sort of fail. One thing we've got to big up FSG for, because we're not big fans of theirs. They've always got the right players in. Whoever's done the job behind the scenes. They've always got the right players in. That's one thing I can big them up for.
Yeah.
I don't think Steve will like that, but yeah.
That's true. Let me read the comments, bro. Big up, we can break Chelsea heart today. They're going to do the Guard of Honor, brother. That's what they're going to do. They're going to be the first ones. That's what's funny about that. City are 3 points behind Arsenal. Are 3 points behind Arsenal in their worst season. That's funny,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
How
That's
can they
mad.
be 3 points behind you? It doesn't even make any sense. That's just madness. That is. You haven't. City will spend and be our main challengers. Arsenal are not serious. I've never thought Arsenal was serious, bro. It's just their fan base put them in a pedestal, thinking that they are. If you know what I mean. And they never were. They never were. The worst thing that's going to happen to Arsenal next is the players, if they lose the Champions League next season, they're going to go with that with that mindset of we've lost, everything. And I'm sure many of them were going to ask for more money, in regards to the contracts, and they're going to be brokenhearted. When you have that kind of stuff happen to you, it's very rare teams comes out of that. When you don't win what you expect to win, you know what I mean, JK? It's supposed to be their season, don't forget. And now they're not going to have anything at the end of it, and it's going to affect those players, man.
Like Martinelli, bro. I watched him play. Like, what's happened to him?
He's dumb,
Whoa, he's
dumb,
gone
bro.
downhill.
Just runs like this every time with his head.
What is the aim? Like, mans might make moan about Diaz, but at least Diaz does something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. For me, Martinelli, Arsenal, they've got a good team and they've improved under Arteta. It's cost them 800 million or so to do it, and they're still not winning. Realistically, Wednesday when they play PSG, I can't really see them doing a 2-0 there. You can't see it.
No.
So for me, when Saka got injured, that was their title over. When they lost to West Ham 1-0 at home. Bless up, Brian. I hope you're cool, bro. Yeah, for me, Arsenal also runs, didn't they, really?
Yeah. Big up,
Oh, bless up, Buzz. Hope you're cool, bro.
Yes. Mate, Arsenal's just Arsenal, It's just, as I said earlier, it's just their fans that overhype them. That's what I think. And I don't think that, as I said in the beginning of the stream, I was honest about it. I said, your rivals don't sell you players if you think you're a rival. If you're going to rival them for the league, they don't sell you players, bro. And
you know what?
That's what Chelsea have done. That's what Man City have done. That's what Man United have done. All these teams have sold them players. If they're taking you seriously, it's like us. What we heard in the beginning of the season, Liverpool were after who? Alvarez. They asked Man City if he's available. Man City said nope, and they sold to Atletico Madrid. That's rivalry. You know what I mean? So that's you have to take that. You have to take that on a train.
Look at Arsenal, bro. Chelsea give them Havertz. Left over. Yeah, Havertz. City, Zinchenko, Jesus.
Yeah, there you go, bro.
Like exactly what you knocked the nail on the head there. You're not going to sell your dimes to them if they're good players. You're not going to sell Saka. I don't know. You're not going to sell Haaland to Arsenal, are you? You're not going to do it. Simple as. Exactly. And these guys fell for it. Zinchenko is a donkey. Like, yeah, he can play football, but what is he's earning top dollar for not even playing, bro.
I
just don't understand it.
I mean,
Tierney,
he was just a cover for the other left backs, like Mendy and I mean, so yeah, it's a joke when you see things like that, bro. Yeah. Spend over, man. Let's see what other comments are on there. Let's see. This Wayne guy was at me today, so let's see what he's saying. He's an Arsenal fan, isn't he, or something?
Yeah, if I'm an Arsenal fan,
intelligent answer. And what do you come with? What's that mean? I don't understand.
I think he's on about
someone else.
He's answering to someone about Arsenal and Liverpool and stuff like Van Dijk and Salah. At their age right now, they're the best players in the world in their positions. For me, Salah's been the best player in the world this season. I don't care. Dembele, yeah, great. But for me, Salah is breaking records. Van Dijk's still the best centre back in the world, bro. So if they can give us another 2 years around this sort of level, we're going to be happy.
Oh, 100%. No doubt about that, man. Big up as always, bro. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching, people. Appreciate that. We don't ask for much. It's free. You know what I mean? Let's see what he's saying again. Okay, I'm going to be doing a live watch along later on, guys. Please tune in and support me in that. Let's get to as much as views as possible and likes as well on that one. I'll be here at past, so please check me out on the channel. JK, I'm going to be leaving in a minute. What do you want to say? Do you want to say
Yeah,
anything?
we can wrap it up, bro. Yeah.
I'm just checking the comments if I missed that. I can't believe Scottish Bear, bro. Like, he's back, man. The big guy is back. Can't believe it, man. Haven't seen him for ages, man.
Oh, bless up, Scottish Bear. I hope you're cool, man.
Yeah. Big up, Genghis, as always, bro. Appreciate that. Big
Oh,
up,
blessing.
Football Podcast. Please go and subscribe to
Ozzy.
this guy. Don't miss any of his streams. Ozzy is a great content creator. He deserves more. Please go and subscribe to him. Please go and support him as well. Appreciate that, guys. Honestly. You're missing out. Let me just put it that way. You're missing out. Anyone else that I miss? Honestly, thank you for the chat, guys. I know, like, I haven't gone through all of our rivals. There's something new I want to do. It's not new. I've done it years ago, but I want to come back to that as well. Big up Baz, man. Big up the Baz, man. We still hold the record, man. We still hold the record for the most watched on this channel, bro. I want to beat that one day, inshallah. We're going to see. We're going to see. Martin, I've never seen Martin before. Let me see what he's saying. Same old boring City, and teams actually tried against them for the full campaign. I can't believe it. You're right, Martin. Like, when teams try against them, it's weird, very strange. It's not the same team anymore, man. It's not the same. What do you think of City, JK? Like, in regards to the way they play nowadays?
It's boring, bro.
Them out, or are they through transitioning? Like, I don't know, man. Because like. Carl Walker, I've always said it. I know I keep saying it. Carl Walker and co have played a big part in their,
Success,
success. The way they play football.
Yeah, like he's gone. Cancelo, another top player, they let him go. Rodri's been missing. I think if Rodri stayed fit, it would have been a different kettle of fish. It would have probably been a different story. It might have been a title challenge. Because for me, Rodri's the best in the world in his position. So as soon as you take someone that good like a Van Dijk or a Rodri out your team, it's going to hurt you. Yeah. I believe, anyway. I think City's recent form in the past month, bang, winning every game. Yeah. So they've sort of stepped it up to get to top four, you know what I mean? I think Pep might have a go at them.
Yeah, 100%. I also can't look forward at us because Man City are breathing down their back by 3 points. I've heard they could be at the Champions League if they don't win their games. That's what I've heard. So
that'd be funny. That'd be top funny.
For a boring league, look at the closeness of the points from the top six and that. Crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, Brian, about Cov, they beat Middlesbrough yesterday 2-0. So
Coventry, man.
Be funny.
Frank Lampard's in charge, isn't it?
Yeah, he's in charge, man. He's improved them on that. If Leicester are down. If Cov go up, that'd be too funny.
Exactly. Yeah, guys, thank you. Honestly, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it. Certainly enjoyed it. I'll be back later on doing the live watch along Chelsea and Liverpool, sorry. So that's going to be an entertaining game, hopefully. Less pressure on Liverpool just to get some more points on the board. JK, where can people find you before we go, brother?
I'm going to do a show with 12 man around an hour before kickoff, like a roll call. Show the team and this, that, and the other. Brian will be there, Lee, hopefully Nalante as well.
Okay, bro. Appreciate it, everybody.
Guys. Bless up, everyone. Enjoy the game.
Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, JK. Thank you for coming on, bro. Appreciate that. Take care, everybody.